toothpaste journey, where it's all about realistic ways to save money and maybe even save the planet. So here we go. Today I wanted to talk about toothpaste, strangely enough. And what we have here is what I normally use. Sensodyne, excellent product. It's good toothpaste. Obviously if you've got sensitive teeth, it works perfectly well for me, and I'm sure it does for lots of other people too. Likewise, for anybody who's thinking about keeping their teeth white, this product works as well as any other of its type. Absolutely excellent in many ways. I'm a great lover of black coffee and red wine, not together in the same cup, has to be said. Just using this to keep the old teeth white, it works a treat, and I'm perfectly happy with it. And obviously wouldn't be anywhere without the trusty old toothbrush. Now, as I say, no problem with any of these products, but as regards toothpaste, both of these come in the classic toothpaste tube, cap, all of which I'm sure are recyclable and do get recycled, but as we all know, a lot of the waste occurs before we as customers even get the product. These are basically plastics. There'll be energy and resource involved in producing them and transporting them to us. And these things are bulky. A large part of the content of this is water. A large part of the actual product is designed to deal with the fact that it's water, with all the issues that that entails. So, and as regards the toothbrush itself, well, what can you say? It's plastic. It's supposed to be recyclable, but there's such a mixture of product here, it's very hard to imagine that that would ever actually really be truly recycled. That, I would suggest, is going to end up in the ocean somewhere and doing an awful lot of harm in all sorts of ways. So basically, I've been looking around for solutions which involve reducing on the waste at the end of the life of these products, reducing hopefully on energy costs and resource before the product even gets to us as users, and even saving space in my bathroom and when I'm travelling around. So let's have a look at what we've got. So this is the solution that I've arrived at. Now obviously you might be thinking pills aren't the solution to anything, but this here, it's called, I believe, a dent tab. It's basically toothpaste without the water and without all the additional ingredients that you'd normally expect. So I've been using these for a few days, and I have to say, as a product, it's basically as good or as bad as any other tooth cleaning product that you might think of. One thing I will point out is it is a bit chalky. When you first use it, it can taste a bit weird, but honestly the first time I used it, I just found it totally normal to use. It's no better or worse than any other standard toothpaste. One advantage it does have, I would say, is that because it hasn't got all the foaming agents, it really goes down the plug hole really quickly, and I would imagine that's an awful lot easier for the water utility to deal with. Big advantage is this is the high-tech packaging that it arrived in, and this is what I keep it in, just a plastic container. Actually, I must say, this thing isn't just a plastic container, this thing is excellent. I've been using this for a while. I'll just show you how it works. Snap on the lid. When you need the product, snap it off, and there you are. Now admittedly that is plastic, there's no two ways around that, but on the other hand, I've had this for ages, and as you can see, it takes up virtually no space. It really is designed for travelling with. I do travel with it. That in a toilet bag takes up an awful lot less space than something like that, and it's a lot better value than one of those travel-sized tubes of toothpaste that you can get and get ripped off for. So I can heartily recommend those as the actual toothpaste replacement. In terms of the toothbrush, I've started using this. Just see if I can put that up there for you. Don't know how visible that is, we shall see. Basically this is a dent tab toothbrush. That is basically a bamboo, you getting that? There you go. The body of it is bamboo, so apparently are is the actual brush. And again, that arrived in sustainable packaging from Dent Tab. It's all eco, and this apparently can be not just recycled, but actually composted. It says here, don't know if you can read that, compostierbare Verpackung, which means compostable packaging rather. So, been using this again for a few days. It's as good or as bad as any other toothbrush, to be honest. So it's a perfect product as far as I'm concerned. It costs maybe £1 more than the average toothbrush, but basically we're talking about £1, maybe £1.50 divided over a couple of months. So at the end of the day, seriously, who's counting? So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes. Obviously, if it does wear out in a week, then that will be a slightly different discussion. So far, so good. I think it makes a lot of sense for me as a user, so I'm sure it will make sense for you as well. It's on the soft side, which actually happens to suit me. Might not suit you, but it certainly does suit me. I would suspect it would suit most people. And you know, as I say, cost-wise, makes no odds really. There's much more expensive product out there for cleaning your teeth with than this, and even where it is more expensive than some other products, it's not the kind of amount that's going to make much difference to anybody in the global scheme of things. So I can only recommend that. Low impact product in recyclable, in fact compostable packaging. It's about as good as it gets. And again, in terms of me being a frequent traveller, it takes up no more or less space than any other normal toothbrush, frankly, so I'm perfectly happy with it, and looking forward to seeing how it goes. So, hope you found this useful. Please come back and see me again, and remember to hit that like button. Thank you very much. Bye.